If you think there's nothing to do in Newcastle and Lawrence County, then think again. Always stay connected to NCTV45 to receive the information on events going on in and around the area on a daily basis. Programs to view are NewsWatch, The Morning Show, and Community Happenings. NCTV45 takes pride in bringing you the event and organization info that you want. NCTV45 is the #1 media source locally. NCTV45, anytime on your time. NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time. If you're craving hot dogs and more, and you're in the area, then look no farther than Coney Island, downtown Newcastle on Kennedy Square.
Jim Micco and Sons, 347 East Washington Street in Newcastle, can service a lot of your lawn equipment. It's jimmiccoandsons.com, their website, and you can email them at jimmiccoandsons@verizon.net. Their phone number, 724-652-6911. Proud sponsors of community television in Newcastle. Good morning, Newcastle. Welcome to NCTV45's NewsWatch morning. Hopefully you have that first cup of coffee, and let's get to the top stories today in Newcastle, PA. Hello and a very pleasant good evening, and welcome to, you got it, NewsWatch, where we try to keep you informed, whether it's morning, noon, or night. Currently 68 degrees in Newcastle, and all throughout Lawrence County. What a spectacular day, and we'll get to Four Brothers 45 weather right after we take a look at these stories of the evening. I had a very pleasant experience today while interviewing an author of a book, and what a great atmosphere. She had a book signing at the Confluence, and now we're going to take a break, and we're going to go right to the Confluence and pick up the story. Hello folks, and here we are with
Betty Duruzina.
Betty. And Betty, how are you today?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you.
There you go. Now Betty wrote this book, Stage and Screen. And why don't you tell us a little bit about it, Betty?
It's a history of all of the theaters in Newcastle, Pennsylvania, for both stage and screen, as it says. It goes back to as early as the early 1800s and entertainment here. And it goes through the silver screen and all of the, we don't include drive-ins, but I've included all of the theaters that have existed throughout time here. There's about 52 total, that not necessarily buildings, but theaters that have been renamed and re-owned by various members.
Wow. Now, when did we get our first theater or stage?
First entertainment with actors was in about I may have to go back to the book to look at this, but it was in the mid-1800s, and it was in a tent on Jefferson Street.
Wow. Yeah. Now, I heard that they had entertainment down on Long Avenue.
They did. There were numerous theaters back in the early 1900s.
Wow. Now, if people want to get your book, how do they do that?
They can visit the Warner Historic Cascade Theater on South Mill Street.
Okay. And give us some highlights of the book, if you don't mind. Not.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
The most significant part of the book is a detailed history on the time that the Warner Brothers spent here in Newcastle. They did, in fact, build their first theater here. It was right at the historic Warner Cascade Theater Museum. They used chairs that they rented from a local undertaker, and all of the details and the timing of everything is included in the book. It's very detailed, and everything is footnoted with sources that were back in the day. So you can look it up, you can go to the newspapers, and you can find things that were happening and the source of the information.
Well, I want to thank you for sharing with us here. And remember, it's Stage and Screen and available at the Warner Theater. And thank you again.
Very welcome. And if I could, I will just say that all of the proceeds from the sale of this book go to benefit the Historic Museum.
That is great.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
So please help us out.
Yes, definitely. Keep watching NCTV45, and maybe we'll get her in for a focus and see where she could sit at the desk and give us a little more insight. Thanks. And now, what a story. If you hadn't had a chance to stop by the Warner Theater and check out the book, check out the things going on. You know, the bridge may be closed, but you could still get back, park, and take a real enjoyable few seconds. Maybe even stop by the Pickle, get a sandwich and a nice beverage. Something a little different, a little more special about Newcastle, Lawrence County. Now, we're going to take this break. We'll be right back after these messages.
Butts Flowers and Gifts offers top quality flower arrangements and gifts for any occasion. The pros at Butts Flowers and Gifts provide exceptional customer service, and each bouquet is hand arranged. Stop in and check out their wide selection of gift baskets and plants. They provide flower delivery service locally to Newcastle, Bessemer, Edinburgh, New Wilmington, West Pittsburgh, and across the nation. It's Butts Flowers at 120 East Washington Street in downtown Newcastle. Call 724-652-7727 or toll free 1-800-443-7726.
There's more than meets the eye. You gotta give them a Newcastle a try. They're a small town for living. Look around.
NCTV45, The Train. Anytime on your time.
Welcome back. And if that wasn't enough today, we also had the opportunity to attend the Newcastle Area School District's meeting tonight, and Pride and Promise was featured. And they talked about, yes, you have it, the facility, the indoor practice facility called the Rack, right up there at Taggart Stadium. And what a tremendous facility if you haven't had the chance to watch it. Now, we had reported on everything going on with the Rack earlier, and we're going to go to that meeting right
This
now.
will not only provide opportunities for the football team, but can be used for any team, such as track and field, baseball, cross country, cheer, and even the wrestling club. Pat Mininock, Floyd Masterin, Sean Novak, Jason Shearer, Bill Humphrey, Coach Tim Parrish, Roger DeCarbo, Coach Sumner, Harry Booker, and Patsy Choppa did more than what was asked of them and revitalized sports in Newcastle today. I feel the parents and coaches have done more than enough to deserve this Pride and Promise Award.
Great job. So when I call your name, if you would come up, we have a certificate for you. We have a T-shirt for you with your size that you gave us. This looks big. And Pride and Promise coffee mug that's filled with some pretty good candy. So without wasting any more time, Mr. Harry Booker, would you please come up here? make sure. I got to wait until you're done. I want you to stay right here. Mr. Sean Campbell. Mr. Patsy Chopper. Mr. Roger DeCarlo. Mr. Bill Humphrey. Mr. Floyd Mastron. Mr. Pat Minanock. Mr. Sean Novak. Mr. David Paper. He's with us in spirit. Mr. Tim Parrish. Mr. Jason Shearer. And last but not least, Mr. Rick Sumner. Absolutely. Why not? I'm going to need you for pictures too, so stay where you are now, but we'll round you out.
You know, when this, I had this idea back in the football season, and I never envisioned just how much work it would take. But until we started rocking our first ball then. But I initially called a group meeting and 26 men showed up. Well, you see who's here. 10 guys. And these guys were here before they went to work, after they came home from work, in between their kids' games, Coach Humphrey's coaching. We got Jason Shear driving from Erie. Just Sean Novak, Ronald Liberty's Junior's dog, my brother-in-law, coming from Pittsburgh. Everybody here sacrificed their time. When I was growing up, my father told me the most important thing you could ever give anybody is your time. And these gentlemen right here don't only give their time, they give their hearts because they're givers. There's a lot of people in this community that are takers. These guys right here are givers. I had to chuckle a little bit because last fall, my little 8-year-old son Lucas received one of these awards. So he's walking around the house and he's saying, hey, he's pretty excited about himself, and he's telling everybody, look, I'm the only one who's got these awards. And I was a little excited. So now, when I go home tonight, myself and his Uncle Sean get to go home and tease him a little bit, at least to see these awards. But no, Mark, I can't thank you enough, because from you guys, the players showing us how much you appreciate this, that's all we wanted to do. It means so much to us. And believe me, we had a lot of help from the players. Loading those dumpsters up, and you don't know how many times the players had to come in and move all the equipment, tons of equipment, the power racks and all the weights from one side of the room to the other, so guys like Sean Novak and Jason Shear can come in and do their jobs, whatever, all of us. So that was several times throughout the course of it. So it was truly a group effort, and but I have to thank the board, Mr. Sarandria, Mr. Anzini, because if you guys would not have given us permission and ultimately the finances to purchase that turf, it would not be what it is today. And I'll tell you what, if you haven't been there, I'm pretty sure everybody has, and you haven't seen everybody work out, we have 60 kids in there just about, and the 40 junior high kids are coming in with Coach Chaka. There's 100 kids there at one time. That's electrifying. I mean, it's exciting. We have people walking off the streets and standing in the big large doors, and they want to hear what's going on, hear all that noise and the hollering. And unless you've seen that many kids working out in that type of fashion, and it really is exceptional. And the kids are just enjoying it. They're showing up early. I mean, they're there before we get there, and then they're staying late. They don't want to leave. So that's all we can hope for. I told the kids, we can have the worst facility in the state. But as long as you show up and work hard, it doesn't make a difference where we're working at. But now we only have one of the best, if not the best, in the state. They're working so hard. They're just working their tails off. And it's just a little bit of an exciting thing for us. And I truly believe that as more people get involved, because we have other plans, that means little kids involved, the elementary kids up there, we want everybody in the district to see this place. And I believe that the more parents we have involved, the more kids that are involved, it's just going to keep growing and creating more excitement. And so I think the best is yet to come there. Mark, thank you very much. Mr. Stranger, thank you very much. And board, thank you so much for allowing us. It's just been a dream come true. And we invite everybody to come to the Kingmaker Challenge.
So it takes a village.
Yes, it does.
In many ways, but here's one from the fiduciary standpoint. We would never have been able to afford what you guys did if you didn't volunteer the time. It would never have come to fruition because it would have been cost prohibitive. So I want the kids to know that the only reason why this happened was because of all of you. So one more round of applause for these gentlemen. Come right up here and kind of size yourself up.
There'll be too many. Hi, Angelo.
Good. And the big gentleman like Billy Humphrey in the back. The normal sized gentleman in the front. Let's get some good.
One of us should get a good one.
Let's get some good shots. You'll be on Facebook and maybe even in the paper.
Ricky,
A fantastic evening and day of events. Now, that's not all. We've got so much more. When we come back, we're going to go over the weather one more time and wrap it up. So stay with us, and we're going to take a listen to these sponsors.
Daimio and Olson Law Group, where every client matters. Serving Newcastle, Elwood City, and Youngstown. Daimio and Olson handles criminal law, bankruptcy, civil matters, workers' compensation, personal injury, medical malpractice, divorce, wills, real estate, and many more legal issues. Call any one of their offices in Newcastle, Elwood City, or Youngstown with these phone numbers. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Daimio and Olson Law Group, where every client matters. Not one, not two, not three, but 4 Brothers Urban Bistro. It's where you want to go for your next dining experience. Here are just a few of the many choices on the menu. Char-grilled filet mignon, char-grilled salmon filet, chicken over rice, Icelandic cod, chicken marsala, and ask about the saku tuna, veal, and the surf and turf. Follow them on Twitter and Facebook for daily specials. Hours are Monday through Thursday, 11 to 10, Friday, 11 to 11, and Saturday, 4 to 11. 4 Brothers, located 331 East Washington Street, downtown Newcastle. Call 724-656-4980.
Hello and welcome once again to 4 Brothers 45 weather, and what a great forecast we have for you coming up. Well, after a beautiful day yesterday, and happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Last night's overnight low 42. How's your Monday looking? Get this, sunny high of 70, just absolutely excellent. Mostly clear tonight with a low of 46. Tuesday, partly sunny, a high of 79. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, low of 59. Wednesday, mostly sunny, high of 88. Yes, get that lemonade ready. And Wednesday night, mostly cloudy, low of 65. Now Thursday, mostly sunny, a high of 84. Thursday night, mostly cloudy, a low of 60. And Friday, There's a chance of rain and thunder showers. That's only 40% though, but you're going to see a partly sunny high of 78. Now, just a great weather forecast. Get out, enjoy the sunshine this week as we start making our way towards summer vacation. Hey, hang in there, and we'll be right back. This was Four Brothers 45 Weather. We'll be back after these messages.
RNA Screen Printing Newcastle is the place to go for signs, shirts, hats, vinyl lettering, embroidery, magnets, vehicle lettering, banners, window decals, and they can put your design on many items. They have decals for vehicles and signs for all your advertising needs. Great selection of sizes and styles of regular or glitter t-shirts. RNA can iron on a logo while you wait and can do any school logo. RNA Screen Printing, 1217 Moravia Street, Newcastle, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Call 724-652-2241.
There's more than meets the eye. You gotta give them a Newcastle a try. The right small town for living. Look around.
NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time.
Now, as we go to our wrap here for the day, I had the opportunity today at lunch, and it's always a splendid lunch when you go to the Rotary meeting. Great club, great individuals, and I enjoy very much talking with them. Felicia, excuse me if I say the last name, Mychek, and she is, what a tremendous young lady. And she's a social media coach. She is a motivational speaker. She also coaches track, and she's from the Ambridge area. And what does she do? Well, exactly what we're doing here at NCTV45. And that's talking about the great things going on in this community. And we had a very pleasant chat. Felicia, I want to thank you for the time spent, and thank everybody at Rotary for looking into what Felicia does and what we do here at NCTV45. Now, that's going to do it for this evening's report. I hope you have a pleasant, very pleasant evening, and we'll return tomorrow with Thought for the Day and NewsWatch. Make sure that before you go to bed, get an extra cup of coffee. Use decaf so it doesn't keep you up. And tell a friend about NCTV45. We're available anytime on your time. Have a pleasant evening.
Don't sleep in the subway, darling. Don't stand in the pouring